This month's Adventurous Inc. features the legendary environmental campaigner, writer and natural philosopher John Muir, as he relays a diary of his first visit to the Yosemite Valley in my first summer in the Sierras. Let's see what the great man has to say. We're now in the mountains, and they are in us, kindling enthusiasm, making every nerve quiver, filling every pore and cell of us. Our flesh and bone tabernacle seems transparent as glass to the beauty about us, as if truly an inseparable part of it, thrilling with the air and trees, streams and rocks in the waves of the sun. A part of all nature, neither old nor young, sick nor well, nor immortal. But immortal. Just now, I can hardly conceive of any bodily condition dependent upon food. Yeah, we don't need that bit. The important bit was that bit about as inseparable, a truly inseparable part of it. That was so good. Let's carry on. From garden to garden, ridge to ridge, I drifted, enchanted. Now on my knees, gazing into the face of a daisy. Now climbing again and again among the purple and azure flowers of the hemlocks. Now down in the treasuries of the snow, or gazing afar over peaks and domes, lakes and woods, and the billowy glaciated fields of Upper Toluna, trying to sketch them. In the midst of such beauty, pierced with its rays, one's body is all one tingling palate. Who wouldn't be a mountaineer? Up here, all the world's prizes seem nothing. So he was in the Yosemite Valley with a load of sheep, which were probably his least favourite animal, after humans. Here's what he had to say about them. Counted the wool bundles this morning as they bounced through the narrow corral gate. About 300 are missing, and as the shepherd could not go seek them, I had to go. I tied a crust of bread to my belt. That's all he needed. Day in the mountains, crust of bread, as you do. And with Carlo, his dog, borrowed, set out for the upper slopes of Pilot Peak Ridge, and had a good day, notwithstanding the care of seeking the silly runaways. Having escaped their restraint, they were like some people that we know, afraid of their freedom, didn't know what to do with it, and seemed glad to get back into the old familiar bondage, which was a common theme of his, about people who didn't really embrace the natural world or even understand it or enjoy being out in it, which he obviously did, as this bit shows. Here we are, camped for the night. Our big fire, heaped high with rosiny logs and branches, is blazing like a sunlight, gladly giving back the light slowly sifted from the sunbeams of centuries of summers. Wow, the sunbeams of centuries of summers. How cool is that? He could write a bit as well, which I think is probably one of the reasons for his enduring legacy. Here we go. This is the other reason for his enduring legacy. More and more in a place like this, we feel ourselves part of wild nature, kin to everything. One is constantly reminded of the infinite lavishness and fertility of nature. Inexhaustible abundance appears amongst what appears enormous wastage. And yet, when we look into any of our operations, we learn that no particle of her material is wasted or worn out. It's eternally flowing from use to use, beauty to yet higher beauty. And soon we cease to lament waste and death, and rather rejoice and exult in the imperishable, unspendable wealth of the universe, and faithfully watch and wait the reappearance of everything that melts and fades and dies about us, feeling sure that its next appearance will be better and more beautiful than the last. Which, for 1869, was a remarkable spiritual view from a good God-fearing Christian in the Western world, currently in the process of achieving dominion over nature. So he really was radical in his time and still so relevant today, which is why I picked his book for July. thankfully, amid all of that, that one managed not to fall off a cliff. So that's good, isn't it? Because you don't want your dog falling off a cliff when you're monologuing to camera. It's not a good look. Are you in frame? Are you saying hello? That was my dog knocking the tripod. Thanks, dog. How did you get up here? God, that dog. Mountain dog, aren't you? Hey? Mountain dog. Here's a great bit. I love this bit. Bit of dog action.